Right, so hey everyone and welcome back to another budget photography video. My name is Alex. I'm an event photographer. It's my day job. I have done some previous videos on my day job, but today I kind of want to bring my wisdom to you guys to teach you what I did wrong and what you guys should avoid and what you guys should do when you're covering events. So because you're covering an event, events can usually last 4, 5, 6, even 9 hours in some cases. So carrying your camera around can get extremely uncomfortable, maybe even quite heavy, all depending on the rig that you decide to use. So carrying a good camera strap is vital. I would recommend you get rid of the basic one that goes around your neck and get a shoulder strap where you can sling it around your shoulder and around your neck here, and it just kind of hangs just down here, and it's just putting the weight of the camera and the setup on your shoulders because your shoulders can carry the weight more and it can be more comfortable. Then there are these SD cards. You will need a fair few of these. And when I say you need a fair few of them, you're going to need about 4 or 5 of them. Or whichever memory system your camera uses. Even if it's a Sony Duo, I think that's what it's called, or CF cards or CFast cards. Bring 4 or 5 of them with about a medium storage. So 128 gigs like what I've got on this one just here, I would recommend that at the top end. I wouldn't say that you really need 128 gigs. Between 32 and about 64 gigabytes is probably the best. The reason that I'm saying that is because then you're changing cards more often, which yes can be a bit of an inconvenience, but cards can and do fail. And I'd rather lose 8 gigabytes worth of pictures and or videos than 128 gigabytes worth of pictures and or videos. Speaking of backups, I would strongly recommend you carry about 3 or 4 batteries with you. Even if you've got a camera like the 5D Mark II that I use, that battery usually lasts me 2 or 3 days. I'm not kidding, I had one battery that lasted me two full days. Genuinely 2 full days. But you should still carry 3 or 4 batteries with you. Have 2 in your bag, have 1 in the camera and 1 in your pocket. That way you can quickly change between batteries in case it dies, because it will happen. It has happened to me. I've had to quickly take out one battery and put in another one. It happens, it's fine, just carry on. Now carrying on with storage, you need a way to dump them files. I use a SanDisk 500 gig SSD. And I offload it from my camera's SD card to my iPad, and then it goes onto the SSD, so that way I've got 2 or 3 copies of the files. And then on the way home, I also upload it to a drive, like Google Drive. And then, as I said in the beginning, you could be doing this shoot for a very long time. Very long time. I did a 12 till 8 shoot and it was very tiring, so I would strongly recommend you bring some sort of snack and or bottle of water, maybe 2 or 3 bottles of water and like a protein bar or something like that, because you're going to need to keep up your energy to keep, you're on your feet for that amount of time, and it can get pretty tiring. And then there is the most important one in my eyes, and that is to do free shoots. Yes, free. Offer your services to local community centers or youth groups. That's what I did, and it's how you can get your foot in the door as a photographer or videographer or whatever it is you want to do. Do free shoots. Do about 3, maybe 4 events for free to get your foot in the door as a photographer. But also, don't oversell yourself. Don't offer something you don't or can't want to do. If you can't edit the pictures or don't want to edit the pictures, don't offer that service to them. I personally do offer that service because it then means that I don't have to give them the raw files. Please never give your clients the raw files of your images. It's your work, whether you've done it for free or not. It is still your artwork, so to speak. And you have every right to it. All rights are reserved to you, nobody else. So don't give out raw images unless that is what you want to do. If you want to do that, then do that, but I would strongly advise you not to do that at all. Like, at all. Please, just don't do it. Just compress the files into a JPEG or even a DNG, which means that they can kind of play around with it. It's like a baby raw DNG. Now going back to the batteries, you're going to have 3 or 4 batteries. That's just you're going to need it. the best way to keep it organized is to have certain pockets for live batteries and certain pockets for dead batteries. And the way that you can help organize it even more is to number your batteries. All of my batteries are numbered. Right now I have a number 3 sat in this 700D. I have one more battery and then the battery cycle starts again. After number 4 has burnt out, I will then go back to number 1 and proceed from there. Now, if you want to do a shot list, then do a shot list. If you don't, then don't. But discuss it with your client beforehand. Personally, I don't use a shot list unless a client specifically says that they want certain shots of what's going on. I don't use a shot list. I like candid shots, I like unexpected shots. I believe that they're better. But I also have had clients that want certain images, certain angles, certain, so discuss it with the client beforehand rather than delivering the photos to them and being like, here's your stuff, and then they're like, oh, you didn't get the shot that I wanted. Well, I can't do anything about it now, the event's over. So yeah, discuss it with your client and discuss everything with your client. Find out obviously the location, the time, what kind of event that you're doing. Find out who's attending the event, whether there'll be any VIPs, whether it's a corporate event. Is it a this, is it a that? And try and get as much information from the client as possible. Now, because I am in the UK, it rains quite a lot. So I would strongly recommend some sort of raincoat or umbrella in your kit bag. You're probably going to need one, especially if you've got an outdoor event. Indoor events, not so much, but if there's any inkling or whatever that says that it might be going outside, then bring an umbrella and a coat, and maybe if you've got one, a weather sealed camera. Or you can just put I have seen this genuinely while I'm out working. Cut open a carrier bag, put it over the lens, and you've got a rain shield for your camera. I wouldn't recommend it. I don't know if it works because I've never done it myself, but apparently it works. So, and then last but definitely not least, back up camera bodies. If you can get 2 bodies, at least 2 camera bodies, bring both with you. Preferably the same system that you're used to. If you're just going to go out and buy another camera, then you're going to need at least 2, maybe 3 weeks to get used to that second camera, because cameras can break. The same as everything. Batteries can fail, SD cards can fail, lenses can fail, cameras can fail. It can all fail, and knowing your luck and knowing my luck as well, it would all break at once. So it is best to bring a whole other camera system, but of the same brand, so that the client might not even be able to tell the difference. It's one of the reasons why my photo camera is Canon, and so is this one. This is Canon as well. So that if my 5D Mark II breaks, then I can just switch over straight to this one, and when I deliver the pictures, the clients usually can't tell the difference between the 5D and the 700D, which is an entry-level camera. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one.